So we've got another landform that forms along the course of the river. We have got levees. Levees are very easy to understand, guys. Don't overthink them. Levees are just natural embankments, or you can say those are raised river banks, which are formed when a river floods. All right. So this is how they look like. It's nothing much big, guys. We are simply talking about these raised river banks. I'm sure you guys can see that here. I'm sure the river banks are the sides of the river. Like, let's just say you are going to the river and you want to see the river bank. Basically, this if you just gonna stand on this place here, this is known as a river bank. This place here, the sides of a river. This is a river bank. This is a river bank. So if your river banks are raised, or maybe the river banks are kind of a big, they are raised river banks. You guys kind of get the sense, right? So they are raised river banks such that when you stand on them, they are so high. The river banks are what? Are so high. These are known as natural levees. They are very natural, guys. So whenever you go to a river or whenever you go next to a river and you see these high grounds next to the river, these are known as natural levees. So natural levees are simply that, great off, because people tend to overthink things, and we're talking about simple things here. These are just raised river banks. These are just the river banks, but they appear to be raised. They appear to have a bigger height, something like that. You guys can improvise along those lines. So basically, those are known as natural embankments, or the levees are natural embankments, aka raised river banks, which are formed when a river floods. So these actually form when a river floods. So whenever flooding occurs, the river banks will end up forming these raised river banks. Okay, so this is how they look like from a diagrammatic point of view. So this is the transverse profile of a river, as you guys can see. So this is the transverse profile of a river, and this is your river. This is the water. So this is the water inside the river. It's just a side view, guys. Remember, it's just a side view. We are viewing the river kind of from inside, but it's a side view. So this is the river's channel. This is the river channel, and you can see that at the sides of the river channel, we are having these raised river banks. We're having these raised river banks. Here are the raised river banks that I'm talking about. These ones, these are the raised river banks. These are the levees. I'm sure you already saw them lapayoti. They are just lots of grass there, but basically these are the levees themselves. These are the raised river banks. So now, those raised river banks, some of the things that you need to take note of here, they've got a biggest coarse material, and we've got smaller fine material. So let's just talk about that for a second, right? So when you look carefully on these raised river banks, or on these natural levees, what actually happens, we have got stacks of heavy material here. So this is big and coarse material. When I talk about big and coarse material, we're talking about big rocks. So basically the big rocks are actually causing the levees to kind of look like a mountain, or to kind of look like a hill. Okay, it kind of looks like it's a raised river bank. It consists of biggest and coarse material. When you say it's big, it's very big and it's coarse. So we're talking about large rocks and big boulders. I'm sure when those rocks are eroded, they're just going to stand here at the sides of the river. So when they stand there at the sides of the river, they're going to stand closer to the river. But when we look away from the river, we're going to see away from the river here, this other layer, one that is away from the river, it has got smaller, fine material. So it has got smaller, fine material. So the ones that are closer, so the bigger rocks are closer to the river. Okay, so the bigger rocks, they are closer to the river. They are the ones that actually make the levee to become higher, and they to become bigger, or to become a higher lying ground. Then the smaller rocks and the smaller fine material, those are the small rocks, those ones that are easy to erode. You find them occupying the other side here. These dotted lines, they are representing the what? The smaller and the fine material. Why do you think is that, guys? So I just want to hear from you, your thoughts. Why do you think, Uti, closer to the river, we have got this bigger coarse material, but far away from the river, we have got smaller fine materials? Because these ones, these big rocks and large boulders, But now when we're looking at further away here, we have got small rocks and finer material. Why do you think that's the case?
Well, so I think the more deposition it happens more there.
Also, deposition happens where? More where?
Last side is bigger coastal metals.
Okay, that's something solid. So I'm sure that you guys are now having a full idea on what are natural leaves, right? They're just raised river banks, and you now already know that a bigger coarse material or the bigger rocks and boulders, they are found closer to the river, while the smaller and the finer material, it is found way far away from the river. Okay, so let's explore now the formation of the leaves just step by step. Okay, so the first one, what actually happens? The first process that we need is repeated flooding. So basically, repeated flooding actually drives these natural levees to form. So when there is a repeated flooding that is occurring on a river, the large and coarse material, such as big rocks and large boulders, they are deposited on the river banks, or they are deposited on the sides of the river during flooding. Remember, guys, basically when the river is flooding, it simply means that the water is overfilling the river and it is kind of spilling to the sides of the river. You guys already know what flooding is, all right? So basically, the water in the river is overfilled and it is spilling to the sides. Something like this. So the water is just going to the sides, just actually flooding out of the river, right? So as it floods out of the river, the water actually carries large rocks and coarse material, such as rocks and boulders, okay? So that biggest and coarse material is deposited next to the river. That is why we are having this biggest coarse material next to the river. That's why you can see that here we're having a pile of large rocks and big boulders. We're having a pile of big and coarse material next to the river. This is basically because of the deposition that is happening during flooding. Where are these rocks coming from? They're coming from the river, of course, or they are being pulled away from this soil. Basically, when the river is eroding, it kind of removes the material from the soil. It washes away maybe the rocks that is found here in the soil in the river channel. Okay, and then it actually dumps it, or it deposits it next to the river to form these large coarse material piles here, known as the natural levees. Okay, and then the smaller and the finer material. So the smaller material, such as the smaller rocks, okay, smaller and fine material, such as soil particles and smaller rocks. You know, guys, smaller stones, basically, and soil particles, they are not so heavy. So when the river is flooding them, it will just throw them far away from the river because they're not so heavy to carry. So basically, when the river is flooding them, or when flooding is occurring or is happening, basically the soil is not hard to flood. The soil is just easy to flood. So basically the soil is carried away to larger distances away from the river, or it is carried to be far away from the river. That's why the smaller and the fine material, it is far away from the river. But the biggest and coarse material, it is deposited closer to the river. But the smaller fine material, it is deposited away from the river. Why is the biggest one deposited closer to the river? Because it is heavy. Guys, big rocks are heavy to pull. So the river will only be able to pull them to put them here at the sides of the river, closer to it. But the soil particles, they are less heavy, they are lighter. So they are just easy to just erode and deposit far away from the river. Do you guys get the sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, that's what happens. And then as this continuous flooding occurs, continuous deposition will also occur. So there is continuous deposition of this coarse material, and this actually leads to raised river banks. And these raised river banks, they are known as natural levees. They are made up of sediments. They are made up of silt actually, and they are made up of other materials. Anything that is being eroded from the soil or from the ground is deposited. So it will pile up, and as it piles up, due to continuous flooding, it keeps on depositing. The river will keep on eroding more rocks and depositing them here at the sides of the river or at the river banks. Okay, and then as that happens, those rocks will pile up. They will actually stack up and pile up and pile up, making these raised river banks, aka the natural levees. Is there any question on that, Great Hope? Do you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
So, sir,
Yes, sir.
this always it happens in all types of rivers, no ma. You choose a river.
Well, as long as there's continuous flooding, but that's usually in a permanent river. Usually in a permanent river, we always have some amount of water in it, such that whenever heavy rainfall comes, there will definitely be a flooding on that permanent river. Usually in a permanent river. But in those ones that are not permanent, sometimes there is less risk of flooding in a non-perennial river than this one. But you don't really have to put it that way when it comes to describing natural levees, because as long as there's flooding, natural levees can form. So it can happen, it depends on the conditions there. It can happen that it rains too much and then the river floods, and it will erode large rocks and big coarse material, deposits it on the sides of the river, closer to the river. And if the flooding maybe happens for quite a couple of times, repeatedly so, and those rocks will accumulate and it will be raised river banks. So it doesn't really depend with the type of river per se.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, cool. So here's the significance of levees. Why are they important? The levees, they prevent the river from flooding by making the river to become deeper. So basically the river becomes deeper because of these levees, guys, if you don't realize. I mean, these levees become raised river banks, okay? So they actually increase the depth of the river. So the river becomes even more dangerous for you to even come and swim in it, because you won't be able to get out, because even the river banks themselves, they are so high. So they're actually making the river to become deeper. Even if we go to a realistic picture of a levee, you guys can see this is a levee, right? This river doesn't look that much deep for now, but if it happens that continuous flooding occurs and occurs and occurs, we end up having more material here that is taking up here at let's just say more rocks, more stones, more large boulders, more all of that, you see? And then someone comes and climbs on top of these rocks to try and see the river. The river will appear to be more deeper than it would have been if we had these smaller levees. So basically the levees actually make the river to become deeper and deeper and deeper. You guys kind of just get the sense of what's happening here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the river now appears more deeper, guys, because now the river banks are more higher, or you can say that the natural levees are more bigger, or they are more defined, whatever way that you can use them. Okay, so they protect the river from, or they also protect the river from invaders as well, because now the river is deep and no one can invade into the river. You know, there are people who like throwing, there are people who actually like throwing pampers into the river. They throw pampers, they throw plastics, they throw all of that, and that actually kills the marine life or the aquatic life. I mean, so it actually kills the aquatic life, because we have got species such as fish there. We have got a different type of species in the river. And if it happens that when you're throwing your pampers there, what do you expect them to do? That's going to be a problem. So people who invade the river won't be able to easily invade, because now the river is deep. You can't even wash in this river, guys. Other people wash in the rivers, but you cannot wash in this river because it's now deeper because of these levees. So kind of less invaders, kind of acts as a fence for the river. It protects the river even more. Right. And then the levees, they also control the direction of flow of the water, because these levees, they're acting as a kind of boundaries for the river. All right. The river can never flow in any other direction beside the direction that it is flowing at right now. Okay. So let's just look at an example. Don't know how can I draw this, but basically the river will always flow in one direction. It will always flow in one direction, because basically these are acting as a boundary. The river cannot just be able to just start flowing and going that way again. No, it's impossible. The river will only flow in one specific direction, because these levees are raised river banks. But if the river banks were so low, the river would be able to take other directions, because the water will be able to get out of the river. But now, because the levees are highly raised river banks, you can never be able to make them, the water in the river can never be able to flow out of the river, because it is kind of bounded, or we have got a boundary that is stopping the water from flowing out of the river. So river banks, these levees actually, they control the direction of flow of water. Yes, Sam?
So Ash, I wanna ask, kind of what you said is what are invaders?
People who are invading. When I'm battling into your house without permission, I'm an invader. So, invading simply means coming and accessing something without permission.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So if you just go into the river, and then when you start washing in the river, or you start throwing pampers into the river, you are invading the river to an extent. Okay, so there's also fertile soil that is found near the levees. So we've got fertile soil that is found near the levees. Remember, guys, that the levees, they're actually depositing the soil particles away from the river, right? I say the smaller and the finer materials is found here. So this is small and this is fine materials. So it is small, fine materials. So these small, fine materials are found far away from the river. And if we have got soil particles there is actually fertile soil. So the soil is what is fertile. Okay. So if the soil is fertile, you can do quite a couple of things, especially crop farming. Crop farming can work as well, because basically, because of these levees, you already know that we're going to have fertile soil. Look at this example. You can see, guys, that this is actually someone's farm next to a river, right? So you can see that these are your levees. These are your raised river banks. We've got your levees there. These are raised river banks. You can see these are your levees. These are raised river banks. Okay. So these levees of yours, if you can just assume, you already know that here at this point, you're going to have smaller, finer material. So you're going to have smaller soil particles. And I'm telling you, Minoti, they are fertile. So it means that they've got nutrients in them. They've got a high nutrient content in them, such that if a farmer comes and then they start planting their crops here, they would be able to grow successfully. So it is significant for us to have such levees, because some of the soil that is deposited, especially the finer, smaller soil particles that are deposited far away from the river, those ones, they are fertile, and they are very suitable for the use in crop farming. Yeah, so that's the significance of the levees, and yeah, that's it about them.